What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Savage Lands. Mama, there goes that man. Oblique Kick Anto signing in with No Shave November here in the Savage Lands. Let's get it. This weekend, we're in the Apex. We got a banger card. But before we get into the card, we like to take this moment right here. You know what it is. Mama, here comes our sponsors. MVStream.coms for all your viewing needs, whether it be pay-per-views, regular TVs, documentaries, music videos, adult content, or just stuff for the past the day for the kids. MV Streams has what you need. You don't want to watch live TV? You can watch movies, TV shows, and so much more, from premium channels and network deals to sports and NFL, NBA, NHL, and anything else you may need. So, mvstreams.com is the website. And right now, Anto10 will be the promo code to get you 10% off your first purchase. Now that we've got our obligations out of the way, let's move into this card. 4 p.m. start time, 7 p.m. main event. We're back in the Apex UFC Vegas 100. Magny versus Prates, and this is a Striker's Delight card. You understand? Like, there's a lot of good battles on here. We're going to get into the prelims right now, that 4 p.m. slot. And we're going to go ahead and start with Dixon and Segula. 6-1 for Segula, 6-1 for Dixon. Pretty much a pick 'em here. I'm going to go with Dixon by KO because Dixon's got some notable KOs on the record. As of right now, they're eluding me. But I looked them up. But I've done so much research on this card. Plus, if you're following me on my Instagram, you'll know that Anto's been cutting up a tree and doing 5Ks and 10Ks and all kinds of stuff. Anto's trying to turn from a super heavyweight to a regular heavyweight. And you can see it in my neck. It's working a little bit. So, let me do me. Thank you. Nah. But, so Segula and Dixon, it was supposed to be Dixon. And I forgot who the other one was. I believe they pulled out. So, it's a women's bantam, which is going to, after that, we're going to move into Gore versus Tricoli. Gore is the one that had that battle. Nice little KO artist. I'm not going to get into the backstory. 5-2 for Gore, 12-4 for Tricoli. I got Gore taking this one by KO in round 2. And then one of my favorite fighters on the card, we have Matthew Semi, the Jedi Simmelsberger, 11-7 versus Charles Chuck Buffalo Radke at 9-4. Welterweight division. So these boys are going to bring good speed, good power, good wrestling, good clinch control. Everything you could want in a fight. It's going to come down to gas tanks and heart. Both of them have it. Both of them bang to the end. The fan in me is picking Semi the Jedi by KO. The OG MMA combat sports analysis fan in me is picking Chuck Buffalo by decision. So whoever you want to be in that one, go ahead and ride down on out for yourself. But I'm going Semi the Jedi by KO. Matthew Simmelsberger by KO before round 3. But it's definitely going to be a good thing of heart, which is going to move us into the welterweight division. You have Zaleski, 24-7 versus Scroggin, 7-0. You know, when it comes to fights like this, I always like to err on the side of experience. I love to stay on the side of experience. Like, experience for me is one of those things, like, it can't be taught. The only way to do it is to get in there and do it. I can't tell you this could happen, that can happen. The only way for you to see it is being there. And 24-7 and 7-0 is a big difference in fight number. I don't. That's the professional. I don't know what the amateur records are and stuff and things like that. But Zaleski also has a win over BSD in a decision. And it may be older BSD, before he got polished and fine-tuned to the fight style that he has now, but it's still BSD nonetheless. And for those of you who are not familiar with BSD, that would be Benoit Saint-Denis. Lost to Dustin Poirier and most recently Renato Moicano, but before that he was just steamrolling his way up through the rankings, which is going to bring us into the bantamweight division with Balanos 7-4 versus Ramius 9-2. Ramius came from the Contender Series where he looked great. I mean, absolutely sensational all the way through this Contender Series. I have Ramius by decision because the level here at the UFC only goes up. So you look great on the Contender Series, so now you're going to get to show all the other checks of your game, maybe any kinks that you may have, which we're all interested to see what you're actually bringing with a step up in competition. So here's your chance to shine, my guy. And I have him by decision because it's just really hard once you start stepping up in these levels from, contender to UFC prelims, from prelims to main card, to really put these guys away with a stamp, So I have Ramius by decision, but hopefully he can pull out something spectacular and prove me wrong and take us even deeper into his toolbox and see what more he has to offer us in the bantamweight division, already division stacked with killers, which is going to bring us to oh my goodness. Doomy Doom in the women's strawweight division. Kowalkiewicz, 16-8 versus Denise Gomez, 9-3. Since that last name just gave me so many problems today. Gomez by KO. All jokes aside, they both have great everything, but Gomez is a problem. Denise is a problem, bro. She's gonna be up there with the big dog soon. So I have Denise Gomez by KO right here. And moving into the main card, I just like to stop this right here. Moving into the main card, bro. Here's the thing, American people, welcome back, Mr. President Donald Trump. Just right now, welcome back Donald Trump as the President of the United States. Let's work. That's all I can say. Great, campaigning by Kamala Harris and her team, everybody involved, independents and everybody like that. Great election year all together. Everybody did what they were supposed to do and try to get the votes. At the end of the day, the best person for the job won, so I said for the American people. So kudos to Mr. Trump. Let's get into this main card. Now, main card is going to kick off with Abdul Malik, 6-0 versus Todorovic, 12-4. I have Todorovic actually doing this, technically striking, maybe putting him out in round 2, but I have this going to decision for Todorovic, which is going to move us right up into the women's strawweight division, which is going to be Pinheiro versus Savage, Julian Roberts, 14-8 for Roberts, 11-3 for Pinheiro. I have Savage by sub. Pinheiro brings good power. She brings good cardio. She brings great heart. She brings energy. But Savage is just different. I watched Savage live against Baby Shark, and Savage just, oh my goodness, it's so hard to make Savage stop. So I have Julian Roberts by submission because of just pure heart, talent, and the ability to just not quit on herself. It don't matter how dirty this fight gets, Savage is going to be right there. So Julian Roberts by sub because it's going to get gritty. The heart's going to be tested. The chins are going to be tested. And Julian's going to be right there with you. So Jillian Roberts. It's been a long morning already, you guys. Jillian Roberts, Savage. So by sub, which is going to move us back into the bantamweight for the men. You have Ricky Turcios versus Sopaj, 13-4 for Turcios, 11-3 for Sopaj. It's pretty evenly matched. It's not a pick 'em, but I have Turcios actually edging that out because Turcios keeps that same pace, that same pressure, that same edge the whole way through, the entire way through. So get ready to deal with that, sir. Turcios by decision, which brings me into one I'm really interested in. You have GM3, 37-17 versus De Ridder, 17-2. If you don't know De Ridder is a very polished kickboxer. He's also a double champion coming over from one. So this right here is actually going to be like a welcome, are you supposed to be here fight? Because Mearshot's ground game is A1 superb. At one point, they were thinking about marketing this man the Dagestani wrestling killer. That was before the Hamzat one shot, of course. So Mearshot versus De Ridder is going to really see what De Ridder has coming from the other promotion, if he's supposed to be here with these guys, if he's going to take over, where he's going to fit in the division. He's going to answer a lot of questions right off the bat. Because Mearshot he's like Glover Teixeira. He's dangerous on the feet, but his best work comes when he's hurt and you jump on the ground to finish him. So with all of that being said, in the interest of time, I have Mearshot by sub in round 2. And I know they had that Cody Garbrandt Miles John fight, but as of right now, Cody Garbrandt is out. So as of right now, Miles John doesn't have an opponent, so not going to really talk about that, which is going to lead us into the last fight of the night, the main card, which is going to be Neil Magny, 29-13 versus Carlos the Nightmare Prates at 20-6. I love both of these guys a lot. Damn it, UFC. I love both of these guys a lot. Goodness gracious. These are my guys, bro. But somebody has to win, somebody has to lose. That's the name of the game. Now, here are the keys to victory for Magny. Keep to the game plan. Watch out for that left hand. Don't stay in the center line. Watch the knees up the middle. Mix your shots in with your striking. Press him against the fence. Make him clinch. Make him work. Keep his Muay Thai in boxing range. Work that experience, Neil. Use that experience. Use that 29-13, my guy. Everything you done seen and know about the fight game versus his 20-6 at a non-UFC level. Now, keys for Carlos Prates: don't get taken down. Don't let Leo Magny work you. Use your distance. Use what you know about range. Use your striking to the best of his ability. Because Neil Magny, he's not one to just get finished easy, but he gets hurt. And when Neil Magny gets hurt, he tends to shoot more or clinch more, which plays right into the hand of Carlos Prates, which the Muay Thai and the clinch work, the elbows, the knees, which ultimately set up the straight right hands or the straight left hand or the left hook, which he put the leech out with. So Prates' key to victory is going to be that slow, strategic striking that he does. And hopefully just after that first or second round, he can just catch Magny clean. Because if he lets Magny start toying with his gas tank, it's going to be a long night. With all that being said, that's the end of the card. Mama, there goes that man. Oblique kick Anto. Big news coming soon. And by we, I mean me. We'll see you next time here in the Savage Lands. Peace.